Well, Crocs fans, what a night at the Swamp last night. Boys from the Gold Coast were in town, but sadly lacking any supporters. We couldn't find a single one, and we had a number of our posse out there looking. But anyway, the game was what it was. Our poor old Crocs didn't hold the lead for that often, but it didn't really matter because at the end of the night, they won the game. Here we go. It's Saturday night. It's Crocs on the court against the Gold Coast Blaze. We have what I think is the one of the newbie Crocs supporters here. Second game on the bench. What are you expecting tonight?
Hopefully a great game and a win.
And a win.
So,
How
yeah.
much by do you think?
It might be a close one, but maybe a few points.
A few points? So have you seen any of the opposition supporters, the good old the Blaze people?
None at the moment. Hopefully we've scared them away with our success last weekend.
And the boys all out on the court tonight. Eddie Gill playing out there with the sore hand.
Oh yeah, he did a great job last week though, so we'll see how he goes.
So this could be a big double this weekend. The Cowboys and the Broncos last night, and the Crocs and the Blaze tonight, and the Crocs getting up over our southern friends from down Brisbane way.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, we'll see you on the court.
Thanks. It's good.
Another newbie out here tonight, another newbie Croc supporter, second game in. What are you expecting from the boys tonight?
I hope they win.
Big win?
I hope so.
And what's happened to the Blaze?
I don't know.
They're the other team that's playing
Yeah,
tonight.
I figured that.
Okay.
Oh, well, I hope they lose.
And you haven't seen them anywhere?
No, I haven't seen anything. I wouldn't even know what colours they are. So.
Oh, okay. So what brings you to a Crocs game tonight?
My friends.
Your friends? And big night planned out after the Crocs tonight?
No, got to go home.
And next year thinking of becoming a season supporter, getting one of those seats right down near the front?
Yes, we are. The family one.
The big membership drive launched today, and they're always looking for people to take up those season tickets. Anyway, what's going to be the margin tonight? How much are we going to send the Blaze home stinging with?
Can we win by 30 points?
30 points?
Yeah, why not?
This is a game of basketball.
I know, but okay, well what about 15 then?
15. I tell you what, as long as we win by 1 point tonight, that'll be a win.
That's exactly right.
All right, enjoy the game. We'll see you out there on the court.
Thank you.
We thought we'd put the word out there tonight with the experts in finding things at basketball games. Where are these Blaze supporters tonight?
Don't have a clue. I'll be running scared.
So what's going to be the outcome of tonight, do you think, on the floor?
Hopefully a Crocs win.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
You guys are the green machine, and all we can get out of you is a hopefully.
It'll be a win.
It'll be a win?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just push that out there a little bit further. By how much?
How much?
15?
10 to 15.
10 or 15, that's been about the average score we've been pulling tonight. That's good. I tell you what, if you can actually find me a Blaze supporter tonight, let me know, and we'll go and harass them.
Okay. Yep, we'll do.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Well, I think we've got the Townsville's two keenest Crocs supporters up here in the stand. They've been on the hunt for me tonight for Blaze supporters as well, but you've got a theory on where they are, guys?
Well, they just can't afford the flight.
Well, the word I hear on the street is the only Blaze supporters are actually playing tonight.
I mean, they've got to support somebody, haven't they? But they're coming up for a loss anyhow.
Coming up for a loss tonight, how much?
Oh, I can't predict that.
Oh, too close?
1 point's enough.
A bit like last night with the Cowboys-Broncos match.
Yeah.
In the dying minutes.
Top game.
Big night out tonight for the Crocs supporters, but not a big night out tonight for the boys from down south and their supporters. Where are they all?
Probably in the Gold Coast.
Well, the rumour was that the way the Gold Coast's going with the crime rate, they're not game enough to come out after dark, but I thought they would have come out and supported their boys. Oh dear, we've lost.
That's funny. I can't give an answer to that. That's just
We've
funny.
lost a couple of,
You
we've
need
lost
to
a
put the
couple of
mic
Crocs
up there.
supporters. All right, here's a question for you. Crocs to win tonight for sure?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're 2-1 against them already this season, so why not?
And of course, PC's big game, big 400 last week.
No, oh yeah, that was good. Yeah.
We saw your poster last
Where
week.
was it? Where's the footage of that?
Poster will be there this week for you, that's for sure.
Right.
No problem. It gets a bit dark up here,
it.
that's all.
Oh yeah. Right.
So what's going to be the margin tonight?
It's going to be close.
10.
Yeah, I would say within 4.
Not as close as the footy last night, though.
What footy?
AFL hasn't started yet.
No. Nah, Broncos Cowboys last night.
It's always good.
Victorian.
It's good to hear the Cowboys when they get a win, you know. It's good for the town.
I have no comment for that one.
Yeah, especially against the Broncos. They're a bunch of inbred.
So what's your
hicks.
prediction for the playoffs this year?
Which teams?
Yeah.
For the NBL?
Yep.
I mean, definitely Perth, New Zealand. It'll be blazing us. I don't think Cairns will. We're looking at the rest of the season. I think the chips might fall our way, although we don't want it to. Potentially, we could make third. You know, if we win everything and everything else goes the other way.
We want to play Perth the first round.
Yeah, I mean, you got to look at it a bit strategically as well. If we finish fourth, we play New Zealand rather than playing Perth. So, personally, I would rather play New Zealand. Yeah. We're doing better against New Zealand than we are against Perth this season.
And we're doing better against the Blaze tonight, so they've got no supporters here.
Yeah, no, well, they're from the Gold Coast, mate. It's all about Hollywood down there. They want to come up here to the real world, you know. It's down in fantasy land down there.
All right, we'll see you at the finish line.
Probably some drive-bys or something.
Oh, no. We're going to have to finish this one right here. The boxing was on in Townsville on Friday night, but you might have thought that the boxing had come to the swamp with the Blaze and the Crocs doing a little peacocking and roostering, as it was called in the press conference. Of course, Crocky came out to break it all up, and then it was on with the game, and that wonderful score there at the end, 88-76. And I can tell you what, the Blaze didn't go home happy.
Paul must be pretty happy with that. Fairly comprehensive performance against a top 4 team.
Yeah, we knew that we were playing a hell of a basketball team that obviously won 10 out of 11. It was at pretty damn good form. We knew that when we played them in Brisbane, we played extremely well, and they would make some adjustments. They showed that in the first quarter. They came out and had an outstanding first quarter, scored 32 points. We went at that point into a zone and held them to 9 points, I believe. In the second quarter, I think they had 3 field goals and 6 turnovers, and that changed the game. And the guys bought into it. They were extremely vocal. They were active, and they were connected defensively. And that's what it takes to win. And against a team like that, we took them out of their comfort zone. We allowed too many wide open looks early, and then once we started contesting shots and kind of took them out of that comfort zone, the game changed.
Do you think this is the confidence boost that you need before Perth and New Zealand and the play?
Well, we just talked about that in the locker room. It's very important that that we are hopefully playing well going into Perth. Obviously, we have something to prove there as well. So it was a great game tonight. I think hopefully we learned some things about ourselves. We can we can throw that zone in and do some pretty good things defensively. So good things to build on, but we still have quite a ways to go.
Did that defensive block down in the second quarter really was the turning point for you guys?
Oh, no question. It was, obviously they felt pretty good about themselves and were getting good looks and knocking them down, and they shot 76% in the first quarter. I think they shot 17% in the second, so no question that turned the game around.
Bit of tension there at the end. Do you think they were out to rattle you guys, maybe bully?
Well, yeah, it was definitely a case of bullying. They were getting outplayed, and they didn't like it, so they figured they would try some different tactics, and that didn't work either.
What exactly happened out there?
They picked up the physicality and did some of it after play was over, and I think it just tried to rattle us and tried to get the game won a different way, but like I said, it didn't work. Yeah, no question. We talked about that, giving the ball to Luke and playing inside out, and if they don't come double him, he's going to have a good night, and obviously he had a good night tonight. And 11 for 13 from the floor is outstanding. 3 for 3 from the line. He anchored our offense, and when you have that, and when you have a big guy who's not only willing to make the pass to his open teammates when he is in a crowd, but can make the pass exceptionally well, it really helps. So Luke had a great game tonight, yeah. Well, it's our game plan, it's inside out, and like I just said, you have to have a big guy who can do it, and fortunately we have Luke. Yeah, he was 5 for 18 tonight, and I don't think that helped him. I think he kind of forced things, but you have to give some credit to our defense as well. I think we made him play in a crowd. We made him, when he did beat us with his quickness, which he can do, we made him play around a lot of green jerseys and try to kick it and find other people. I don't think he was able to finish at the rim as much as in previous games. So our team defense was pretty good.
Chris Cedar, he played well with Eddie and foul trouble there.
Chris Cedar was huge. Chris Cedar, I think, we talked about the fact he's grown this year. I think he grew in this game. He played confidently. He played with aggression. He was a leader in terms of something you need to do when Eddie Gill's out of the game, and he did that tonight. So he was a big part of our win.
And you played both Luke and Ben Allen on the court at the same time. Is that trying something different? Or?
Yeah, well, we did that in the second quarter, and that was part of our zone. And it's two big bodies out there who can rebound, and that's those two. We can put those two on the floor for short periods of time. I think it allows me to explore more as a coach and see what those two can accomplish.
So you might be looking to do that more in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, no question. I've done it at practice before, and it's been effective. And tonight it was effective as well.
And what was keeping Mark Worthington just at one point in tonight? Restricted him pretty well?
Yeah, I don't know. We have talked about the fact that Elvin Mims defends him extremely well. But it was team defense as well as on him. And he looked a little frustrated, but I think good defenses can do that to players. And we talk about making the good players play in crowds, and we did that with Mark Worthington tonight as well.
Is he okay? Is leaving at one point?
Yeah, he's fine. It's just they hit heads, but it's a non-foul. I guess it's okay to hit your opponent's head and then steal the ball. It has nothing to do with the play, I guess. So yeah, he's fine.
He seems a lot more effective in offense tonight. Is he dealing better with the pain?
Yeah, I think so. Like I've said numerous times in the last couple of weeks, he's proven to me to be an extremely tough guy to play with that pain and then to get hit in the head and have he's tough. And again, I think we all feed off that toughness. Well, obviously it keeps us in the playoff hunt. If we win our next two games, we'll make the playoffs. It's that simple. But it's a three-step approach. And tonight was only step one, so we can feel good about it. But we still have quite a bit of work to do. But we'll take tomorrow off and kind of relax and get our bodies back to where we need to be, and we'll practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and head to Perth.
Yeah, I mean, it was a case like Paul said, it was just they weren't coming down, they were just kind of hedging down and just trying to get me in two minds. They've done it all year. So yeah, just kind of decided that I'd go to work if they don't come fully, and if they do, then just kick it out. So it's pretty much as simple as that.
What happened at the end there? You sort of charged the deli on, and then you had a bit of a scuffle there.
He just made a bit of uncalled for contact after the whistle was blown, so I didn't really appreciate that. I'm all for physical play during the game when it's in the game and within the rules, but when the whistle goes, and I don't really appreciate that kind of stuff. So that's all it was, and sorted it out.
How much confidence do you take away from this? Your own performance and also the team as well, that you can stop the Gold Coast in the hottest form in the NBL at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, we know how good we can play, but we've done this before and then turned around and had shockers the next game. So I think it's really important that we don't sit there, which I don't think we have, but I don't know what it is, but we seem to have a really good game and think that we've turned the corner, and then we'll come out and have a shocker. So I think we just have to stay focused, and like Paul said, it's 2 more games to go, and the playoffs are in our hands. If we win those next 2 games, and it doesn't matter what happens, we're in the playoffs. So that's the way we're looking at it. Yeah, I think obviously we didn't start out too well, and I think after that we kind of knuckled down. We got in that zone, and obviously we were half time. It was 41-41, I think, and we felt like we had the momentum going into the second half. So but it was just a great second half. I mean, the crowd was awesome tonight. They just got into it. I think they lifted us a lot as well. There was 4,000 there, but it felt like 8,000. And it was just great. It was just a lot of fun.
You men weren't out there for very long together, but is that something you kind of coach signaling might happen a bit more?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think we should be doing it. I mean, in practice, every time we do it, we win. The team that we're on always wins. So it's definitely something that we love. I love playing with Benny because people don't realise he's a great passer. So we can get a lot of high lows going and whatnot, and obviously he can step out and shoot. So I think it just adds a different dimension to our game. And I think it is something that me and Benny enjoy playing with each other. Oh, absolutely. I mean, he made some big shots. He didn't hesitate at all. I think start of the season he might have hesitated on a few of those shots, but he took them with confidence and knocked them down, and he ran the offense. It was great to see. I mean, you can just go through and list all the players, and even Michael Cedar in that last quarter coming up with some massive shots that, for me, were pretty much kept the distance, and I felt like we're almost game winners. So it was just great. Everyone really stepped up. Yeah, tensions were high. I think the rest did a really good job with handling it though, and I think it was all it was nothing too serious. I think it was all just a bit of peacocks out there and a bit of roosters running around pushing their chests out, but it was nothing more than that.
Joey, when you make that performance, break the winning streak, fairly disappointed in the boys?
Just disappointed in the way we dealt with adversity. I thought we played fairly decent early on, and then as soon as it started, bumps here or calls didn't go our way, we kind of played into it, and that was a bit disappointing. Yeah, the way I thought we reacted bad to some of the calls that we felt like didn't go our way, and reacted bad to some bumps and pushes here or there, and I thought that played into their part. I think we came out on the better end of one of those transactions with Idris in the full courtroom, but the rest of them we came out on the bad end of it. Luke was definitely hard for us, 11 or 13 from the field. We felt like last time he really didn't attack much, and we were going to try to play him one-on-one, but he definitely did a job on us tonight. Yeah, he was off tonight. He wasn't feeling it. Those shots were shots he's been making, shots he's taken. He worked hard and he had a lot of passion out there, but he didn't go his way tonight.
Were you a bit surprised by the way the Crocs played tonight? That aggressive sort of style?
Not really. I thought they've been fairly aggressive all game. I mean, I think as far as aggression goes, any player should play to the level of the refs, what they're allowing. So I think they did a good job of playing right there to it without going over.
Really quite a tight game throughout. What do you think?
Yeah, I thought we missed some shots here. They did a good job of guarding us in the zone. I thought the Crawford three-point play and technical was pretty much a turning point. Definitely took the win out of us to give them 5 points in that play. Virtual 7-point turnaround. It's a huge difference with a couple minutes ago. Well, we felt like, and we talked about this before, and I still feel like this, that we're our own worst enemy. We're the only team that can beat us. If we don't make great decisions, we don't knock shots down, we'll lose. We had some really good looks and shots that we've been hitting from different players, and we didn't hit them tonight. And if we don't do that, then we'll lose. So I don't think we can go back and really change anything or do a whole bunch more. We kind of are where we are at this point in time. That's probably yeah, he was a bit off his game. He, once again, most players, whatever their positive is usually can be their weakness, and Worthington's a pretty aggressive and work hard type guy, and he does a good job most times, and sometimes that aggression gets the best of him, and I thought tonight it did.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, early on when we were really clicking offensively early, we probably had a chance to blow it out to 20, but it was there. They had 9 or 11 boards in that first half, and that's what kept them in it. That was their effort that kept them in it. And then once our offense started to dry up a little bit, they were rolling themselves, playing a lot of aggression, playing positively, and 38% from the field and 25% from three is not going to get it done in this venue. So, yeah. It's a big fella. Yeah, look, he was tough. And they go to him a lot. They use him extremely well. I mean, he had a hell of a lot of touches, and he takes his time. He's very smart down on the block there, and extremely efficient tonight, that's for sure.
You know how effective PC can be. Do you think they were going to be that damaging at the end?
Oh, I've seen those two do it for a lot of years. I love playing with them. Two of them were doing it as well. Pete's had a great year. He seems to always play well against us. He always hits some big shots against us. And Mick's just so dangerous anywhere. As soon as he crosses half court, he's so dangerous. So, they hit the big shots when they needed to. I mean, even that 2, we got back to 6 at the end. It's kind of the story of the game. We got back to 6 right at the end of the game. There was a bit of an offensive ball that bubbled around a little bit, which they came up with, and Mick hit the shot, and that was the game.
Now you guys are obviously going for the title, and both New Zealand are top 2 teams are the ones to get, but do you think the Crocs can seriously challenge this year, in terms of other years that you've seen?
Well, let's see. You guys play Perth and New Zealand in the next 2 games, so I guess that'll tell the story. Personally, I hope you lose them both, so we can slow down. But that'll tell the story. I mean, that's the thing about this platform. Everyone's playing each other. We still go to New Zealand twice. You got to play each other. So if you get there, you're going to earn it. That's a good thing.
What do you think about this Crocs team that makes it so hard for you guys to play?
I'm not too sure. They've I think that's the first team that we've actually finished with that's got the split on us. So I'm not too sure. The last 2 games, they've troubled us offensively. They've done some things defensively which has troubled us. Our ball was a bit sticky tonight. We weren't moving it too well and settling for the perimeter a little bit too much and played into their hands. And last time they did the same sort of thing. They mixed it up, junked defensively, and gave us some problems.
You're shooting at 76% first quarter from the field, not finish at 38.
That's the thing. We were clicking early, and then they changed up to that zone, and the ball stopped moving. I think a little bit. We settled a little bit too much. And then I think guys got a little bit, started to second guess themselves a little bit when you start missing a few too many shots. So, I mean, they were good shots, as Joe said. We're more than happy for those guys to take those shots when they're open. We just didn't knock them down.
You're saying when you've got a bit of grace out there, boys just keep off you.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, throw a punch in the basketball, you're going to get the rest of the season, aren't you? So nobody's going to be doing anything too stupid. So there was a bit of aggression there, but I mean, it was as Joe said after, it was a bit of a playoff type atmosphere out there. It was aggressive. Playoffs get more aggressive than that as well, so you've got to be able to control that. And they did the better job of it tonight.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.